Today, the moon continues in Capricorn, still very full, but now past the exact full moon with all of these shifts and changes and pressure building around this full moon. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, June 30th. And as we get closer to the Mars Uranus conjunction, there's something moving in unexpected directions. And so, Mars, the energy of action, movement, impulsive action, action without thought. And then you put that together with Uranus, the planet of earthquakes, lightning bolts, unexpected developments. And it's kind of hard to predict what could happen, right? So Mars and Uranus are both in Gemini, which is the sign of communication, information, and we're in a Gemini moon cycle. So we also have that theme throughout the moon cycle of getting curious, asking deeper questions, seeking out more information, and kind of learning about things that maybe we sort of thought we knew enough, but it's a good time to learn more about it. And as we get closer to, we're already, I don't want to make it sound like this all happens at the exact conjunction, because that's not actually the way it works. So the actual exact conjunction of Mars and Uranus is just before midnight on July 3rd Pacific time, so July 4th, depending on your time zone. But that's just the exact conjunction. For the whole week before that and the whole week after, those two planets are close enough that they are activating each other. And we have that energy of Mars, willingness to take action without thought or risk taking or being impulsive, direct, and all of this kind of flaring up in unexpected ways, with Uranus very unpredictable. So we've got what, sort of might be showing up in the world around us, and then we also want to be thinking about our own self-care and how do we recognize this energy in ourselves and work with that energy. And especially now that we have Jupiter, which went into Leo before midnight Monday night Pacific time, and Mars, which went into Gemini on Sunday, June 28th, and Mercury, which is now retrograde in Cancer. So thinking about what is showing up for you and your life, and if it feels confusing, if it feels intense, if it feels like an emotional thing that you don't quite know how to make sense of, you want to feel into what is going on for yourself at deeper levels, because there's also this potential with Mars and Uranus coming together to deepen into your authentic ways of taking action, to find your courage, to explore what being free really looks like and feels like for you. And so Uranus is the planet of freedom and authenticity and being your own person. And then we have Mars, the planet that is willing to take action, willing to move forward, to take risks, to do things that maybe we wouldn't normally be comfortable. And you may not be comfortable, but normally we wouldn't do, right? So finding those places of what is true for you, what you're willing to do about it, what courageous action looks like for you. And now that Jupiter is in Leo, which is it's going to be in Leo for the next year until June of 2027. So there's an invitation here also to find your self-expression, to expand into what it means to share and be generous of spirit, be joyful, be expressing who you are. So finding that path of creativity and self-expression, we're at the very, very beginning, first day of Jupiter in Leo. So with all of this change, and now Mercury at the very beginning of its retrograde period, also inviting us to reconsider how we've done things in the past, right? Rethink what we do and how we state things and how we communicate things based on our feelings. So it's kind of hard to sum these energies up because there's so much, but I would say to look at what is coming up for you on a personal level, how it feels. So looking at your feelings and then exploring that in deeper places than you normally would. So getting curious, asking questions, maybe even doing a little research like, hey, I'm having this emotional pattern and I keep having this thought about, my childhood or where I come from, because these are all themes. These are all Cancer themes of home and family. And so actually going to look some things up, maybe asking questions of people in your family or older generations to see what they remember. I mean, these are some things that would fit with the energies of this moon cycle because they help your own understanding of your emotional truth, your emotional makeup, why you have feelings that you have, why you have habits and patterns even that show up in your life, where they come from. So really kind of looking at in these deeper places of home and family and origin and where you come from and how you're made up, to understand them better on a mental level, but also on a feeling level. And maybe explore how you might express that through some artistic expression. Could be painting, singing, or writing. Writing is a good way too to explore, like, what do you think and feel, through some journaling, or turning your journaling into something you want to share, writing some poetry, even just writing a letter, like a good old-fashioned letter, telling your story or seeking out information from someone else, right? This is a great time to make those connections, explore where some of our emotional patterns and our almost our family, tribe and family and origin and where you come from and why. If there are places where you can ask or explore or learn, this is a good time to do that, because it helps you to define yourself, maybe in new ways, maybe in ways that help you be more at peace with yourself, maybe in ways that help you liberate a part of yourself to express yourself more clearly and truly. These are some of the themes of the moment, and bringing it into the more specific of the vibe of the day, right? and sort of what the energies that are showing up. With the Capricorn moon, we also want to think about getting organized and supporting our foundations. So what does that look like in your life? What do you need at deeper levels? And how can you create order in your life, or create results that help you to feel supported in your day-to-day life? And sometimes that might literally be doing some filing or organizing or cleaning up, because it helps you just have a cleaner, clearer start to your day going forward. So something like that, ways that you can support your foundations, help you feel organized heading into the coming days and weeks, and beginning to process what is surfacing for you around this full moon, what it means, and then that Mars Uranus energy of what do you do about it, and where do you need to take risks. And because it's such an impulsive unpredictable kind of combination that can really flare up, it's a good idea to stay grounded, take care of yourself. Don't throw yourself into situations unconsciously. But on the other hand, if you are conscious and clear about what you need and how to take, you're thinking about taking care of yourself and you're thinking about what you want to say and do and how you want to show up, then it can be actually a really powerful time to go out into the world, to engage in situations where you might have to talk to other people or defend your point of view or whatever. So as long as you're clear about what is true for you and what you need, and make sure that you're thinking about how to get your own needs met in the process. So much going on. I highly recommend my podcast, episode 4, about the Capricorn full moon. So if you have not yet listened to that, that will give you much more of a deep dive on this Capricorn full moon, which has so much going on with it that it is, again, a little bit hard to pin down. But what we can say is that things might come to the surface, and thinking about what that might be and how to sort of think about it and manage it for yourself. So podcast Astrology Heals, episode 4. The link is in the description for this video, as well as on Apple and Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, you can find it. Transformationalastrology.com is my member site, and I have the podcast episodes there as well. Thanks so much for being here and for subscribing to this YouTube channel. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.